Richie James from the slot is best used in bubbles, end arounds, and seam routes. Middle of the field is not a good spot for him. Yeah, that's the thing about Richie James. Middle of the field is not a great spot for him. Now, he just made this catch over the middle, and it was nice, but he got lit up. He's small. You wonder about his durability. Now, as a outside receiver, I think he's better than whatever Taylor Gabriel is supposed to give this team. He definitely needs to make the roster. Down at the bottom. Slant. Ooh. Every time he goes over the middle and takes a hit, you're like, oh, God, are you okay? Are you okay? And, like, watch how he catches it, too. I mean, do you trust this guy catching passes in traffic? Quick in-breaker. How does he catch it? Look at his hands. You know, he doesn't trust him. Look at how he catches this. He's got his hands in the wrong position. They're underneath the ball, right? Hands down here. They should be up. When Brandon Ayuk catches his pass, his hands are up because he has confidence in his hands. When Kendrick Bourne catches a pass, same thing. Deebo Samuel, same thing. A guy who doesn't have confidence in his hands, Richie James, will try to catch it and cradle it into his chest the way Vernon Davis used to. This is, I think, probably the reason why he doesn't get more targets. They're nervous. Something bad could happen throwing to a guy like this. He could pop it up in the air. It could bounce off his chest, bounce off his hands, bounce off his face, and into the hands of another team. Now, it hasn't happened to him much, and he catches his pass, but there's a reason. If this is how you catch passes, better to throw it to you out here than over here where you're going to get hit as soon as you catch the ball, and it could pop out. I'm thinking this is the reason that he doesn't get more burn. And this legit, it's something he needs to work on. Maybe if he got more experience, he'd be better at it. Okay. Against Washington, here he is. So look at the high socks. That's how I tell him. Now the screen, again, using him like he's some kind of punt returning threat. I don't see him that way. Give this pass to Ayuk, who's here. You know, not Richie James. This is not the best way to use him. Not a horrible way, but not the best way. Okay, starts off in the backfield. Here. Motions out to the slot. And runs a slant. A little drag right over the middle. He's really good when the play breaks down. Have you noticed that? He's definitely at his best when you're here. And it's the initial route hasn't worked. And who's going to work to get open? Well, Richie James will. Nice catch with his hands. Gets upfield fast. Here. Boom. Player. Now, I'm not showing you the incomplete passes. So every clip I show you is going to be him catching the ball. He's not the greatest wide receiver of all time. I just want to show you what he can do. Again, high sock Magoo, which is helpful. Maybe that's how he spots himself on film. It's nice. This is nice. If you do want to get him the ball over the middle, do it deeper. Do it so he's around DBs, not linebackers. And again, watch how he catches it. He doesn't trust his hands that much. He catches the ball. I mean, Emmanuel Sanders used to do stuff like that. As long as you catch the ball, great. He's catching the ball here. And when he gets it, it's 15, 20 yards. This guy needs more targets. Okay, Washington again. High sock outside. What's going on here? You gonna throw it back to him? This isn't one of his catches this year, is it? My God, I guess it is. Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. All right. We'll come back to the chat real quick, see if you're with me. You guys still with me? You with me? Grant, do the one chip challenge on Twitch. People will fly. What's the one chip challenge? You guys got to tell me all the things on Twitch. I feel like I'm 70 years old. I have no idea what this stuff is. So, hey, if you have suggestions, Twitch suggestions, email me. GrantCone@gmail.com. I would love your suggestions. I really have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, let's get back to Richie James. People on YouTube don't really seem to dig film breakdown so much. So maybe this is what I'll do here. I'll just show you Richie James clips. All right. Richie James, high socks in the slot. So he can be a slot receiver. It's just he's not going to be the same kind of slot receiver Trent Taylor was. He's a deep threat wherever he lines up on the field. That's what he is. He's a deep threat. And he's a good one. Look at how he adjusts for the ball. I mean, play action. He's running into a DB. I'll slow it down. Come on. I guess I won't slow it down. Oh, my God. Oh! Boom. Okay. Now people can see how bad I am at clicking things. All right. Richie James is running the deep over. Really going to be very dangerous in the play action bootleg game. Running these routes with Trey Lance. One of the reasons we haven't seen much Richie James is because he's a deep threat playing with Jimmy Garoppolo, the master of the dink and the dunk. You put Richie James with Trey Lance, that could be an explosive combination. That just occurred to me. This is the kind of thing you're going to see with Lance. Play action, deep over route, bootleg here, throwback here, throw 50, 60 yards through the air. And he's running into a DB who's right there, adjusts, catch the ball with his hands, gets upfield. Really nice. Really nice. I think Richie James could have a really nice future with Trey Lance. I think their skill sets match up very well. Lance is going to need people to get the ball to down the field. Who better than Richie James? Nice. Every time we see Richie James get the ball, it's like 15 yards, 20 yards over the middle. Nice.